It's been a while since I've done like morning errands with you, right? Um, and yeah, this literally is my first time talking this morning, and I did not drink any tea this morning. So I'm on my way to the grocery store. And yesterday, okay, so I'm going to start from yesterday because the title of this is He Ready for It, right? So yesterday morning, I go over to the apartment and he's not there. And I'm to the point where right now that's not an issue because he might be taking a walk or whatever. I didn't see any signs of like weirdness per se. And so also my spidey senses were not going off either. Okay. And that's important to know, y'all, because on this channel, I am into personal development, the woo woo, spiritual insights, and I'm also a caregiver to my disabled brother who also deals with mental health issues. Okay. So, with all that being said, like and subscribe, please. I need I need community, right? I need community. So, with all of that being said, let's go back into this. So, I do have a playlist of the journey that me and my brother have been on since he moved here to Atlanta. Okay. And he's going to get him into a doctor's office because of his anxiety. He has been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, which is a combination of bipolar and schizophrenia. Okay, so his symptoms show up when he is having stressful moments. So that could be anything like pain or uh, nervousness, anxiety, of course, um, hunger, thirst, things like that, where he's not taking care of his body. If he's coming down sick, all of those things will activate the schizophrenia part of his disorder. It's very tricky to navigate, y'all. You have no idea. And because I am his sister, I know him the best. We're only how many months apart? 18 months apart, I guess. Yeah, 18 months apart in age. I've known him his whole life. Now, even though we've been apart for almost 15, 20 years, not being in touch and whatnot, he disappeared in 2020 for almost 3 years. So I'm trying to give y'all the skinny here, the lowdown. And he reappeared, and we tried to get we tried to get him some help. I don't know, there's a lot of things I'm struggling with as a caregiver at this point where I'm trying to make peace with a lot of things. So trying to get him care from afar was one thing, but then he disappeared again for almost 2 weeks last year. And I found him, or he found me, or we found each other basically because I was looking for him. Um, and then I brought him here to Atlanta. Okay. Even here in Atlanta, he tried to pull some of the same shenanigans that he was pulling, I guess, there. And I would also say it has a lot to do with, I don't want to call it family curse, but family character traits on how we deal with issues. So it seems like he doesn't like to ask for help, but he needs help, right? And he's struggled with mental health, and he doesn't realize the depth of his illness. He doesn't want to talk about it. A lot of those things. So I did a lot of the research over the last almost year at this point. And so I've also been learning how to be his caregiver as best I can. Trying to iron out his health insurance situation and any of the things that he needs for his living, right? And like I said, it had been a struggle at first because he, still dealing with his mental health. Like he thinks he's like, this thing. And over the summer, we had a quiet summer, but we all me also realizing that he needs long-term care, meaning we still don't have like a doctor. I've tried with the doctor that we were working with at first. I don't know if there's a situation going on there. And as of a month ago, we found this one place through a referral that seemed really awesome, really cool. The people were willing to talk to me despite HIPAA, and that was again another issue. It's like, yeah, legally my brother is still in charge of his healthcare, but if he's mentally ill and he doesn't understand what you're talking about, it makes no difference. If I'm the one that can help him and legally y'all can't talk to me, I was like, how is that going to work? So this organization was willing to talk to me. And I did again post all that happened like almost a month ago, like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, it just seems like so long ago. All this stuff is like when things happen. That's why I've had to journal for my own health, wellness, just to make sure I'm ironing out everything. And it just seemed like like a week would be a month, or a day would be 2 days. Like it's a lot. It can be a lot. So anyway, where we left it with this organization, I stayed. He ran away yet again because he runs out because he has anxiety. Sorry, there's like a situation here now. Um, I'm just trying to figure out it. Okay. Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right. So yeah. So through the organization, I was hoping like this is going to be it. It's close to home. He can get there easily on his own, but they also have like a van that will come pick him up, all kinds of things that he would be able to access, right? Very similar to what he was doing before he disappeared into, and he would have a life that he would enjoy, right? And so we get there to that office. I'm thinking he's going to make it. He's going to make it. But then at the same time, I'm also thinking if he runs, I am not following him. I am going to stay because they're willing to talk to me and I need to get some kind of answer, something going on here. So, yes, he ran away. Okay. So sorry, y'all. I got disconnected. All right. So, um, where I left off is that, yes, my brother ran out of the doctor's appointment at this organization like 3 weeks ago. I stayed, talked. Where we left it was basically they didn't feel comfortable moving forward if he had a possible head injury without some kind of other medical situation going on, right? Okay. So then I'm still stuck because he still can't go to the doctor because he'll run away. Then a boon, a blessing happened in that I went back through a lot of old photographs that I took. Again, all of this is on my playlist. So when you subscribe, please watch the playlist. Okay. It's basically, yeah, I found the medication that he used to take and I was able to get a prescription. He's been on it now for almost 2 weeks at this point. And he's been on the medication for about 2 weeks at this point for anxiety. Okay. I tried to get him yet another prescription of his original injection. Um, Again, luckily I got that prescription as well. I just need to pick it up today. Okay. Keep all of this in mind. And now, like I said, let's go back to yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. Yesterday morning, he wasn't at the apartment when I went by. And again, not too concerned. My spidey sense weren't going off either because he had also over time, again, please watch the playlist, where he would disappear here in Atlanta and just do weird things. Okay. Like, because he's looking for the help, but that anxiety is preventing it. All right. So yesterday afternoon, when I go back over there, he hadn't been back to the apartment. I didn't really worry too much because I dropped off my stuff and I went back to my house to go get my other stuff because I spend the weekend over there. Okay. And so I'm just like, okay, so again, my spidey senses isn't going off. I'm just gonna trust that he'll be back because the weather is getting cold and it's rainy. He does not like being uncomfortable. Okay, simple as that. He does not like being uncomfortable. So I went, like I said, I went back to my house, got my stuff, came back to the apartment. Then he was there, and I was like, okay. Did not have to expel a lot of extra worry energy. That's something I've been working on. um, in this situation, sometimes we are placed in situations where we have to train our mind and body and soul into in being better. Okay, so I'm being better at that. Ask him any questions. I noticed that he had like a personal pizza thing. I don't know where he got the money. I was also worried that again he was digging around in garbage cans because he does that. That's part of the weird things that he'll do. But I've also noticed that through the medication lately, he's been talking more with me. So I'm thinking, okay, I keep being cut off, y'all. So I might, okay, I keep being cut off, y'all. So I might again into cue you in, but I'm at the store right now. I gotta go. Okay, there'll be a part 2 of this, but like and subscribe, all the good things.